Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me for this video. No, I'm not naked. I do have a top on. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'd love if you could subscribe and click the notification bell. We're back today with a new video. As you can see from the title, we're going to be reviewing the new e.l.f. x Jen Atkin collection, which I'm so excited about. Look at how cute this collection is. So if you want to see what my thoughts are, put a bit of makeup on. I currently just have foundation, concealer and powder on, no brows or anything like that, then please keep on watch. I'm not too sure where this collection will be available, however I will have links to all the products in the description. I'm guessing it will be on e.l.f.'s website. Not too sure if it's going to be in Superdrug, but we do have a little pamphlet with all the information. Now this video is not sponsored or paid, no obligation to post, they just sent this over as PR. So to begin with, we actually have the hair and brow pomade, which is a clear coat, which actually sounds really, really nice. So the little information that we have is to set, define and hold the brows and any flyaways in place with this clear brow gel. So I'm not expecting anything like a soap brow feel, but just the fluffy sort of holds the brows in place, which is nice. I do prefer my soap brow, but I'm not complaining. I like that it's a clear gel as well, so it's universal for everyone rather than them having like colours. So I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brush through my brows, fill them in, and then we'll go in with the brow pomade. I've just filled in my brows. As you can see, I did use the Huda Beauty Bomb Brow in the shade 8 Soft Black, which is really, really nice. I like this. Just brushed through the brows. I wanted to go sort of like not natural, but sort of natural at the same time. So it does retail for £8, so it's sort of on the affordable side. Especially for like e.l.f. we know for affordability. So I'm just going to take the brow gel. It does have an interesting brush though. It's not like your typical spoolie. It does literally look like a toothbrush. And take the brush end and go in. Okay, so firstly, the brush does work. However, I do think it does have, you know, the sucker that it takes to like remove the excess product. I feel as if in doing so, there's literally no product on the brush. I don't know if that's just me that's going to notice that, but I'm brushing through my brows now and I feel as if it's just taking off all the product. So I feel as if I'm just having a plastic brush on my eyebrow rather than the actual brow gel. So I'm having to go in a few times. I really feel like I'm just brushing on nothing. I don't know whether that's just because my brows need a little bit of extra, you know, hold. But I just doesn't feel like there's brow product on, yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any brow product that has come out of the thing. It just feels like it's all in there and it just doesn't come out because it's, and then it just gets brushed. Do you know what I mean? Am I explaining this? Probably not, but yeah, I can't really say too much. I do feel a little bit of product now. So let's see how that works on the brows, but I just don't know. I think this could potentially be a really great product, but it personally might be a miss for me just because of product development rather than actual formula. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the two Let's e.l.f.ing Do This palette. So there's two of them. They retail for £14 each. Very sturdy packaging. I love the idea of these so you can clearly see the colours. I think these come obviously in two shades. I think this is the lighter one and then this is the darker one. So darker, lighter. I'm probably going to go for the lighter one today just because I don't want to be too harsh, but this would be very, very nice on deeper skin tones, I feel. Not too deep. So it's sort of like, this isn't accessible for everyone. I don't like the fact that there is like a face area and then some eyes. So I would have liked a shimmer in that section just to add a little bit of, you know, but I'm not complaining at the same time. So because I am worried about how pigmented this palette will be, I'm just going to take a really fluffy brush. This is from Iconic London. Love this. So it sort of diffuses it and makes it not too harsh. I'm going to take this shade first. I'm going to go in. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, it's definitely pigmented. It does have a really nice undertone to it, which is nice, which not a lot of bronzers these days have. Pigmented, but it's not overly pigmented. I do think I could have possibly gone for the darker palette, just because this, I do having to build quite a lot. But if you're into your more natural bronze, which I am not, I do like to cake on my bronze personally and make myself look really like bronzed, then this might be really nice for you. I just like to take a little bit in the chin area. It is nice. It's ever so slight. It's giving me like a really nice feel to the skin. It's sitting really well with other powders and the creams on my face. Not having any patchy issues. It's blending in really, really lovely. I just wish I had a little bit more bronze on there, but it does look nice for an everyday feel. Okay, so I'm not going to lie to you. This is really nice. It looks really, really lovely on the skin. It definitely looks better off camera than it does on. For blush, I'm going to take my favourite brush, which is the Buildable Cheek Brush from Smashbox. Everyone needs this brush. Take this one. You guys know I love my blush, so this is like a make or break for me. Pick up a little bit on the brush. People always say to me, Han, why'd you put blush on the forehead? Trust me, when you put it on the places where the sun hits, it just looks so nice on. So that's just the little tip from me. But this is nice. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because my camera today and my lighting, but it's picking up so much nicer off camera than it does on. But again, the powders are just melting in with the skin, like my base products, which is so lovely. Just seamless. A lot of people say, Han, you look sunburnt. Sometimes that's just what I want to look like. That's just me personally, but this is really, really lovely. Again, I feel like I'm having to go in with quite a lot to get the type of intensity that I want. But this could give you a really natural and then sometimes a really intense blush. But the way it's sitting on my skin is lovely. So that is blush and bronzer done. So far, I am loving this palette. So we're going to move on to the eyes now. We're going to use some of these shades. I'm not going to go too dark. Probably might in the waterline before we, not waterline, the lash line before we apply lashes. But I'm going to probably take quite a neutral-ish everyday kind of look. So going into the palette, may I just say these shadows are really, really nice. What I love, especially with these type of face palettes, because you can use obviously the bronzing shade, you can go in with a little bit of blush, and then you obviously, if you want to like shimmer it up, you can use the highlighter shade. But we're going to take this shade right here and mix it in with a little bit of the bronzing shade, and it's really, really nice. It's not too pigmented, but it's just the right amount of pigment, really. I've easily blended into my crease. I just take it in, not too far in because I want to put then another shadow in, but just an outer corner, and then sort of bringing it in and then blending any harsh lines out. Then actually going in with this lighter shade here, and I'm just going to apply that to the inner bit just so we can add a little bit of dimension and shadow cast. I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm trying to do here. And obviously I'll take a little bit of the liner in a moment and work that in. But this is really, really nice. They're really easy to work with, very quick, didn't take me too long at all. So yeah, and then of course if you want, you can just go back in with the previous shade and just buff out any harsh lines, which there doesn't seem to be. There's no patchiness with these shadows. You can build them up. I did actually take a little bit of the darker shade, which is this one, just to add a little bit more shadow, but I'm liking how this is looking. Obviously right now I look probably really crazy because I haven't got any eyelashes on, but it's something very, very simple, but it can make any look go quite glam if you want it to. We're going to move on to actually using the liners now. So we have here the two Zero Effort liners. I'm not too sure what the shades are. This is a cream to powder pencil that can be used as a liner or smudged out for a diffused shadow look, which is what we're going to go for today. These retail for £5 each. I believe one looks a little bit more brown and the other one looks a little bit more black. I've swatched them both for you. This is the brown one and then this is the black one. Very creamy. I was worried because of the whole pencil thing that they were going to be like quite dry. They're super duper creamy. So just be careful when applying because sometimes we can all get a little bit carried away with liner, I believe. I'm just going to take this in near my lash line on the outer bit first. Now, a little trick with these is you don't have to go in with so much pencil. You can just go in with a little bit of pencil and then smudge it out with a brush. If eyes are done, you can see where I'm going with this. It looks really, really nice, but when you've got a nice pair of lashes on, this is like one of my go-to looks. If I was to go out on a date or if I was to go in like summer or whatnot, this is the eye look I would go for. It's very gentle, but it just makes everything else look a bit more zhuzhed up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, this is so easy to work with. Of course, if you wanted a little bit more intensity, but you didn't want to use up too much of your pencil, you can go in with shadow, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to intensify it too much. You can go with like a darker shade and then add that to the lash line as well, but I just wanted to keep this like this so that obviously the lash band looks like seamless in with, you know what I mean, you guys know. So we have applied lashes. The lashes that I used are the Sheen luxury lashes in the style SL7. These are really, really lovely, and then I just applied my everyday mascara. This is what the eye look is looking like. It's just very simple, but I love this type of thing because it can just bring the look together and make you look a little bit more, you know. So we're going to move on to using the highlighter now. I did want to use a highlighter. I haven't been using highlighter, to be honest. I've said highlighter like 5 times in the past 20 seconds. It's giving me like warm summery vibes, so I'm just going to take a little bit. I don't want to overdo it because I did used to overdo my highlight. I'm going to tap it on, so ooh. Overall, I think this palette is really, really lovely. I like the highlight. It's not too much. You can sort of build a bit if you want to. I always advise, if you want to build like a really out there highlight, spritz your brush at first and then go in. But this is nice. All the powders are working really, really well together. It's not looking like too much or like over the top, which is lovely. So I would say if you've got like light to medium skin tone, then I'd go for this one. But if you do want that extra like bronzy vibe, then possibly go for this one. But yeah, I don't think this would work too well for like deep dark skin tones. Maybe like medium to tan, but anything darker than that, which is a little bit disappointing because yeah, maybe, I don't know how well you can build that up, but I definitely feel maybe you could use the eyeshadows as well for like contouring and whatnot, which is lovely because you can multi-use it. But yeah, this one in particular is a massive hit for me. These are the extra lip duos. These are £8, so they're perfectly paired lipstick and liner shades in creamy formulas for a rich matte finish. We have the shade Self-Made Pink, we have the shade Bring It On Brown, and then Ready to Go. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Self-Made Pink today. So we have the pink one, we have the brown, and then we have like this sort of like corally red, which looks really, really pretty. I am going to go in with this shade today. I just think it would work with my makeup the best. I love that these on one side obviously have a lipstick, and then on the other side they have a lip liner. I definitely see myself wearing these a lot more often, but we are going to take the Self-Made Pink today. Okay, so this is the colour that we've got. It's so nice. Really creamy, really easy to apply onto the lips. So I don't have like the best shaped lips. These are really easy to apply. Obviously the lip colour, I'm worried that I'm going to end up making a mistake, but that is the sort of colour we are going for. To this side, and I'm just going to take the lipstick. I love these type of shaped ones because they're really easy to apply onto the lips. Okay, so this one is ever so slightly a little bit drier. Now, I have dry lips as so anyway, so these are slightly dragging. But if you put like a nourishing lip balm underneath, then these should probably glide on. Doesn't feel like matte, like a dryish matte, but it just definitely, the texture isn't as creamy as the lip liner. These are on the lips. These feel super comfortable. That is the shade that we have got on. As I said, this is the shade Self-Made Pink. It's not too pink in my opinion. It's sort of just like a really muted everyday pink, which is nice because I don't really like pinks on me, but I definitely see myself wearing this a lot more often. Formula is a yes from me. I have always wear lip balm underneath like lipsticks anyway, but I didn't today because we worked from base first. But yeah, so lastly, I was going to say we're done now, we're not. So lastly, we have Mist Me Mist, which is £8. So this is a moisturiser, skin and refresh makeup with a irresistible coconut scent. Lightweight hydrating facial mist that moisturises the skin and replenishes makeup. So it says hold the bottle several inches away from the face, spray a light layer of mist over your makeup. So is this to set, or is this to just like, you know, plump and hydrate the skin? That's the question. I'm going to give this a little bit of a shake, and then we're going to apply this as so. Let's just have a look at the mist quickly. Ooh. It smells like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set. So I always like to go in with quite a bit, just so that all the powders and that melt into the skin. So this doesn't leave your skin looking wet. The mist is on point personally. Really love how it feels on the skin. Doesn't feel like too heavy, doesn't feel like it's even water droplets, but just generally feels so nice on the skin. Like I would get carried away with this. I always do with these kind of mists. It doesn't have too much of a coconutty scent. I'm not a fan of coconut. So yeah, I've done everything. I've used the mist. The mist has now settled down into the skin. This is the finished look that we have going on. May I just say I am incredibly impressed. I really do like this collection. I'm posing like this currently because I just like the way that the light is hitting my face. But it's really, really lovely. I don't think there's anything I'm disappointed in other than like the brow stuff, the mist. Definitely see myself using that on a daily. The palette, lovely, gonna travel with it. And the lips are really, really lovely. I cannot wait to use the other two shades as well, but stay tuned for my Instagram because I'll always do little tutorials using those kind of products. And I'm really impressed with the liners as well, because they're really creamy. They do the job. I think as these should come out in other colours as well, but these would be perfect as lip liners. It's just got that really creamy texture in my opinion. But yeah, do I think she slayed this collection? I think she did. It's definitely something I feel for everyone. It's not too out there. It's not like crazy pops of colour that not everyone can work with. This is generally something I would give to my mum, or I'd give to a friend who is just very into like everyday kind of makeup, but just likes to add a little bit, you know, more pizzazz to it. But this is the look that we have going on. I think my least favourite part is the brows personally, just because I love my soap brow. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I'm sorry if I like talk for days, because I always get told I talk a lot. I'm sorry. But yeah, would I recommend this collection? 100%. Elf, you've done well here, and Jen, you have smashed it. So yeah, I am very, very impressed with this collection, and I love how it's looking. Really love how it's looking. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to pick up any of the collection? If I can and I can find the links, I will leave it in the description. Please follow me on Instagram, which is @hanstluce, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye.